What's going on, YouTube? Or to the double E dash to the ZON coming at you once again for the first time in a while. I believe it's the first time in 2023. I know I said to you guys that I was only going to be off for about a week or two, something like that. But a lot of things came up, man. I mean, life happens, I just recently got over a COVID scare. I mean, not a scare for me. I've had COVID 3 times in the past. It's never been a big deal, thankfully. So having it a fourth time, I was just like, okay, there's got to be some kind of record at my company. But it ended up just being the flu. But because of that, I still had to take 3 days off from work because my company was like, "Oh, you might have it, whatever." I'm not gonna get into company politics and all that shit. But there was that. I was just getting off the holidays. Early January, we had a cruise. Me, my wife, and my wife's side of the family. My brothers-in-law, my mother-in-law, father-in-law. So that was really nice, really, really nice. Got some really beautiful pictures. Got some just a beautiful experience. I've been on a cruise before, so it wasn't like I wasn't used to it. But it's been 10 years since, been about 13 years actually since I went on a cruise until this past month. So there was that, and also I just celebrated a birthday yesterday. Hit the big 3-9. You know what I'm saying? So your boy's getting up there, man. Last year in my 30s, man. And he was 40s is the new 20 and all that shit. I don't know what the fuck they talking about, man. I'm 39 and I feel every bit of that shit, man. So little vodka and what is this? Vodka and fruit punch mixture there. I got tired of the cranberry. But yeah, man. So a lot of things been going on. So I haven't been able to get with my peoples, man. I think I even lost a subscriber, unfortunately. But it is what it is, man. Like I said, I'm trying to do this channel for real, but life is more important. So when life circumstances happen or plans that we have, it is what it is, man. But I will try to be more consistent, making content. We had all that happen. So I got to make a video, man. I haven't made a video in a month and a week, I think. I think that was the last time I made a video was mid-December, I think. And we're at the beginning of February. So that's no good. There's a lot of things I want to get to, a lot of videos I want to make for you guys, a lot of content I want to bring. Also, just content I want to finish. Like I want to finish that Zombie U playthrough, the Donkey Kong playthrough, the Mario playthrough. But those can wait in lieu of other videos because I see that some of you guys really enjoyed the Zombie U playthrough, but part one, but part two not really so much. I don't know why. So if I get more feedback from you guys, hey bro, whatever happened to the Zombie U playthrough or the Donkey Kong Country playthrough? We want to see where that turned out. We'll get that cranking and finish that up for you. But right now, basically, there's a lot of things to talk about, man, since I've been gone. So we're gonna talk about just a myriad of topics. It'll be really random. Just everything that I can cram into this video. Might be a lengthy one. You guys deserve at least that much, man, for me being absent so long. A lot of things to talk about in the video game industry. A lot of things to talk about, period. Different things I'm getting into gaming wise. And also, I guess we'll just. Oh, and also, we'll start with a segue basically into what my next video is gonna be as far as next capture footage video. Man, this past weekend, man, I for the last couple of days I really got the Mortal Kombat bug going. So I'm like, man, I'm watching YouTube videos on the history of all the Mortal Kombat games, and I've played and own all these games, man. It's just a fucking dear franchise to this here heart, man. Mortal Kombat is my fucking thing, dude. Man, I got a homeboy at work, one of my good friends at work in my department, who knows that just to fucking ruffle my feathers, he'll just walk by me and be like, Mortal Kombat is the worst game ever. And I gotta respond. I just can't help it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a franchise that you guys have seen my history here, man. You've seen me do reviews, Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat 11. You've seen me do Mortal Kombat, everything, bro. All of them. Even the spin-offs I talk about and cover. And so I really got the bug. It really got the Mortal Kombat bug biting me, and I was like, man, I want to play some Mortal Kombat. So play some original Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 arcades here on my laptop through emulation. Enjoyed that. But I really got the itch to play a certain game, and that was Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. One of the best fucking beat 'em ups I've ever played, hands down. Especially co-op. Just a phenomenal game, and I have it for the original OG Xbox. So, bro, this past Saturday night, I get here. I had been out doing some Uber Eats deliveries. I'm not really back on that, but I had to do it these Friday and Saturday because I was going to be short in my check because my job made me be out for that COVID shit. And of course, they're not going to pay me. So I had to find some way to supplement the income. So I came back from doing the deliveries, man. And I was like, yep, that's it. I'm fucking breaking out the OG Xbox. I'm playing Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, bro. And I was just, bro, in my mind, so geeked to play that game, remembering all the awesome stages and just the level design and being able to play through Mortal Kombat 1 and 2, I believe is the Shaolin Monk story. It's Mortal Kombat 1 and 2 through, and an adventure kind of bent to it. Beat them up, instead of just your one-on-one fighting. I remember that game, bro. It's one of my favorite games. And so I break out the OG Xbox and I start getting the controller and I'm looking for the connections. And I find the power cable, but I can't find the fucking AV cable, the other, the one, the red, white, and yellow. Can't find it. I have all my cables and all my controllers for various systems all tucked away in my wall unit over there. Nobody touches that shit. The Xbox power cable is gone. I mean, not the power cable. Sorry, the red, white, and yellow gone. So I couldn't play it. And us Latins, we have a saying, "Me quedé con la gana." I stayed dying to play that game. I stayed with that desire and not being able to fulfill it. So I was like, man, all right, well, I have plenty of other Mortal Kombat games I can play, but I wanted to play something from that time, in the early 2000s. And I was like, yo, I've been seeing a lot of videos lately, the history of the games and all that, and it's a kind of a divisive era in Mortal Kombat, but the 3D era, dude, the Deadly Alliance, Deception, and Armageddon, right? I have Deadly Alliance for GameCube. I could pop that in my Wii, and I could play it, through GameCube emulation that the Wii does, and GameCube controller support and all that. But I'd have to play that in the bedroom. TV smaller because the 65-inch I have out here, these modern TVs don't even have the red, white, and yellow or the component cable connections anymore. Everything's HDMI. So I was like, fuck, I don't want to do that. I want to play it on the big screen. I was like, well, I got Mortal Kombat Armageddon, which I love. And I'm like, and it's for the Wii. So I could put that in my Wii U and play it in Wii mode on the big TV, but it's not going to support the Wii U Pro Controller. I'm going to have to play this bitch with the classic SNES looking Wii controller connected to a Wii mode. And on top of that, I didn't have fucking batteries. So now I'm going up and down the fucking house looking for batteries because I'm like, I'm going to play this game. Like, I made up my mind. And so I scavenged some batteries from like a remote control here, a wireless mouse here, whatever. Got the batteries from. Had enough to have half a charge, half battery life on the Wii mode. So I said, fuck it, I'm playing. So I sat out here and I played Mortal Kombat Armageddon, but it was really late already, so I passed out about maybe like 2 hours in playing. Sunday was my birthday. So I woke up Sunday morning. Wife and stepdaughter come out, give me a hug and a kiss. Happy birthday, babe, this and that. I appreciate it. I was like, all I want to do right now is I just want to chill here and play games. So that's what I'm going to do. And I turned the motherfucker on and I played Mortal Kombat Armageddon. No shit, I bullshit you not. For about 7 hours. Straight the fuck up. My birthday dinner, that my mother and grandmother and sister were going to take me on, wasn't until like 7 at night. And I woke up like at 10, 9:30, 10-ish in the morning. Bro, from there basically to I was about to get ready to shower and leave, I was playing Armageddon. I played through the entire Conquest story mode. I unlocked every fucking alternate costume for every character. I unlocked every stage. I unlocked a bunch of concept art and, other extras that you can find in the crypt. I fucking love that game, bro. So my next video is going to be a video review of that game where I'm going to have actual footage and all that. So we can call it a retro review, I guess, because it is, it's fucking... It's 2006 when Armageddon came out. So that's fucking 17 years ago? Something like that? Well, again, my math is horrible. But yeah, bro. So that's going to be the next video, man. Because I just think it's such a phenomenal fighter, dude. I think it gets underappreciated. Both of the Mortal Kombat compilation games actually get underappreciated, being Mortal Kombat Trilogy and Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Now, of course, Armageddon wasn't meant to be a compilation. It was meant to be the end. It was meant to be the last Mortal Kombat, closing the story out. Whereas Trilogy was meant to be a compilation. Trilogy was basically Ultimate Mortal Kombat, but with some of the characters from the earlier Mortal Kombat 1 and stuff like that, or 2, that didn't make it to Ultimate, bringing them back in there and making the bosses playable. So it was really just a compilation, mashup game, which was awesome. But they both get underappreciated, man. People treated Trilogy, like, don't get me wrong, it was successful, but they treat it now. In hindsight, they look at it like, man, that was like Mortal Kombat fatigue. Like, by the time 3 came out, then 3 Ultimate, then Trilogy, it was like, oh, this shit's never going to stop. And it's the same playstyle, same graphics, nothing's really changed. So they look at it like that, and then Armageddon gets looked at as like it was also successful, and it was also like a lot of Mortal Kombat fans love Armageddon, but because of the creative fatality system, instead of having actual specific character specific fatalities, they had a creative fatality system, which was kind of hit or miss. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't your iconic individual fatalities per characters. But you got to remember, bro, this game featured 65, I think it was, fighters, each with alternate costumes, each with two fighting styles, hand to hand, and weapons. It's a lot of shit, dude. And it also featured a side, side games like Mortal Kombat, which was like basically a diabolical Mortal Kombat Mario Kart clone. I believe, I know Deception had it. I think Armageddon had also chess combat, which was basically chess and Mortal Kombat players. And I believe it had puzzle combat also, which was like puzzle fighter, with Mortal Kombat characters. It had a lot of shit going on, man. So I could forgive the creative fatality system. Anyway, I don't want to get too deep into that, but that's going to be the next video, man. An in-depth video review with captured footage and everything of all the different aspects of the game, conquest mode and all that, because I just feel that game deserves props, man. I mean, this is back in 2006. Had a creative fighter mode also, where you can literally, a deep creation mode where you can create your own fucking combatant, which is but yeah, man, I feel like that game deserves to get some recognition and some love. It's literally one of my favorite Mortal Kombat games of all time. First of all, because I'm a sucker for the 3D era. I love the 3D era Mortal Kombat. Don't get me wrong; it was the right move to come back to a 2D style with Mortal Kombat reboot. Mortal Kombat 2011, Mortal Kombat X, and Mortal Kombat 11 is phenomenal. But I love that 3D game mechanic where you can like literally like circle around each other, sidestep projectiles, and all that. That shit made it more immersive to me. I loved it, bro. And the amount of like stage fatalities that could happen at any second in a match. You gotta wait for no finish him. You're right, bro. The fight could start and I could hit you hard enough that I knock you off the damn bridge and you're falling on the spikes. You know what I'm saying? Like that's awesome. Like it was more just like Mortal Kombat let loose, bro. And every character up until that point that had ever been in Mortal Kombat, period, was there and playable. All of them, the bosses and everything. So yeah, man, that game deserves more love, man. So that'll be the next video. Hopefully, you guys will tune into it and enjoy it. Um, Other things I wanted to talk about, man. Fucking E3, dude. It's fucking sad, bro. Like no bullshit. It is sad to me that apparently we're basically at the end of an era. E3 is basically no more. I mean, yeah, it's still gonna happen, and yeah, other third party companies will be there. But when the big three are like, nah, thanks, we're good, it's the end of an era, dude. Nintendo started this shit, and I'm not blaming them or congratulating. I'm just saying they're the ones that started this in the sense that they started with the Nintendo Direct shit, back in like 2014, 2015, por ahí, around that time. And started basically giving their message of their content directly to their fans and their users with no middleman, no IGN, no E3, none of this shit. They're just boom, getting directly with you, aka Nintendo Direct. That Sony and Microsoft followed suit. You got State of Play for PlayStation. You got Xbox Livewire or Xbox through the wire, or whatever it's called, presentations. And they do their Bethesda and Xbox presentation every year. So, yeah, man, it's sad, bro. Like Nintendo and Sony definitively were like, no, we're not going to be a part of E3. And Microsoft said that they're doing their Microsoft and Bethesda, presentation. But when asked about being a part of E3, they just said no comment. So it's like, yo, it's the end, man, and it sucks, man. It really sucks, man, because I remember, bro, being geeked out. I mean, I'm still geeked because it's video game news. I don't give a fuck where it's coming from. I'm ready to go. It's Christmas for me. You know what I'm saying? But it was better, bro. It was more hype, where it was like they were all centralized in one. They were all in one centralized location, usually the Nokia Theater in LA, and all the companies were there, including and especially the big three, and they all had their giant press conferences on the stage and all that. Man, I loved it, man. That's an era of gaming that's just like it was a time in gaming where again things were a little bit more magical than they are now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the person that's constantly looking back to the past and saying it was better than what we have now. In a lot of ways, it was, but I don't want to like dismiss like, bro, I might be like too nostalgic looking back at this shit and loving it and missing it and kind of not appreciating what we have now. I don't want to be that guy because we have a lot of good shit right now, especially in gaming. It's just certain things I'm like, bro, certain things are sacred. Like E3 was sacred for me. It was like, yo, like, come on, man. Like, this was it. This was like the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals, Game 7, of the video game world. It's hot in here. But yeah, man, so that's sad, bro. And yeah, I mean, we'll see what E3 is like this year, man. I'm sure Ubisoft will be there. Far Cry 7, please. EA will probably do something there. Star Wars, the Jedi Survivor. Hopefully that gets shown off in detail. Nintendo, I don't know what the fuck Nintendo's gonna do. I know they're doing their own direct, but it's like, man, like I keep hearing from so many different sources and so many leaks or so-called leaks that Nintendo's release schedule for 2023 is gonna be fucking light, man. Like nothing. Like ain't shit happening really, other than fucking Tears of the Kingdom, which makes this another like kind of like 2016 going into 2017 where it was just Breath of the Wild. They had an E3 that was just centered around Breath of the Wild only. That kind of just deflates me. I'm like, when it comes to Nintendo, man, again, you guys have heard me ad nauseum on this. Like, I love that company. I love that brand. I love their IPs. I hate the way they do things. Like, I fucking can't. I've gotten to the point now where I don't defend them. Like, like I see the bullshit for what it is, and it's like, bro, GoldenEye just came out, right? On the Switch Online and on Xbox Game Pass. That launch was just disastrous. Okay, I played it online with some randoms. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not randoms. Friends. They only let you play with friends. You can't play with randoms. If you can and I missed something, please let me know. But I was only able to play with people on my friends list that were actually playing it at the moment. It ran decent. It ran better than I thought it was going to run, straight up. So I'll give them props on that. But they didn't modernize the controls at all. So you're stuck with the 6 or 7 different control schemes that they had in the original GoldenEye, and there's no remapping, there's no customization whatsoever. So the controls suck. It's to me, I can't get used to it. It's unplayable to me. So then I go play it on Game Pass, and it's got phenomenal controls. They fucking modernize the controls for dual analog and all that, but there's no online. So I don't know, like, but Nintendo lately has just been like, man, like. And I don't want to say lately. I want to say for the better part of like a half year now. I've just been like, there's nothing, bro. Nothing. I'm a Splatoon head. I never even got Splatoon 3. I never got around to getting it. And by now, I'm like, whatever. Bayonetta 3, same thing, bro. It's like, there's nothing like wow there for Nintendo. And part of it is because they're so behind power wise, online wise. It's like feature wise, man. Like things that are functionality on your console. They're so behind the times. And the worst part about it is that they're so behind the times purposefully. They're doing this on purpose. It's not like Nintendo don't have fucking buku bucks that could pay whatever techs and whatever researchers and whatever money they want to create an adequate online infrastructure. They don't fucking want to do it. So really the only thing this year I'm looking forward to from Nintendo, aside from Tears of the Kingdom, because I'm dying for that motherfucker, is the Mario movie, because that looks phenomenal. That looks fire, dude. Every trailer they release from that shit is just gold. It's just gold. It really is. But that's it, man. Video game wise, I'm not hyped for the Switch at all, bro. I carry my Switch with me to work every single day. As you guys well know, bro. I wish you guys could fucking meet some of my coworkers. Ask them the last time they saw me on my Switch. I have not physically played my Switch, with the exception of the day that we were heading to the port of Miami to leave for the cruise. That I played some Metroid Dread real quick, or some Cowabunga Collection right there on the bus. Nothing. I haven't touched it, bro. I brought it out for GoldenEye. Saw the fucking clusterfuck of controls that was and said, nah, fuck this, bro. Put it away. It's time, bro. It's time. It's long overdue. Should have been last year. That you should have at least announced last year a new console. New console, not a revision, not this one's OLED plus, whatever other little features they want to add. No. A brand new Switch. More powerful. Able to handle more. Because I'm telling you right now, I know it's different in the sense that this is basically a mini PC, but the Steam Deck, one of my dudes at work has it. I fucked around with it real quick. It's galaxies ahead of the Switch in every fucking conceivable way. The only thing the Switch has is the IPs. You know what I'm saying? So Nintendo's got to fix that shit, bro. I'm getting tired of just like, as such a Nintendo fan, I'm getting tired of whenever I hear the word Nintendo or I hear about them or they pop into my head, my instant reaction is always like a sigh of disappointment. It's always like, Because there's nothing, bro. There's nothing. So that sucks. Hearing that they're gonna have a light release schedule for 2023, and we just got in this motherfucker. There's supposedly a Nintendo Direct sometime this week, but that's signs are pointing to that, but I haven't seen anything concrete yet. If you guys have, let me know. Maybe I'm slow on that, but I'm like, okay, what are you gonna show off in this Direct? What are you gonna show off in this Direct, man? Like I'm like, it's gotten to the point right now where I've been so down on them in the sense of like not impressed by anything that they're doing or have done that I'm starting to get pessimistic when it comes to them, and I don't like that. It's like, come on, bro, you guys gotta do better, man. Game Pass is kicking ass, bro. Just I think it was about a week ago, they had a Xbox presentation, and they showed off 5 games that are coming out this year, and so they showed off Red Dawn. Red Dawn, is it no, not Dawn? Redfall. Redfall. I always say Dawn for some reason. Redfall looks fucking phenomenal. Redfall looks like that business. Bro, Forza Motorsport. Put it this way, I finished watching that presentation and finished seeing the Forza presentation and literally immediately jumped on my computer and started getting into my animations. It just inspired me. It looks so fucking clean. And they're showing you behind the scenes development. You see the developers adding the shaders and all that and showing you how realistic the cars look and the dynamic weather system and all this shit. And I'm just like, this is where I want to be. I need to go. But yeah, man, Forza Motorsport looks fucking ridiculous. Redfall looks insane. What else did they show? They showed Hi-Fi Rush, which is a game that they shadow dropped that same day. So the minute they said that, I went on Game Pass and put it to download. Which it's awesome. I haven't. It's awesome to look at. I had not played it yet. I've had it for a week in that system. Like I said, Game Pass has made me a procrastinator of video games. I have games left and right that I haven't touched in weeks, months. Plague Tale: Innocence or Requiem, whatever the new one. Yeah, Requiem, the one that just came out. I've had it on there for about a month now, along with Battlefield 2042. Still haven't touched those motherfuckers. They're still there. But Hi-Fi Rush looks like it's an action adventure rhythm game. Hand-drawn cartoon art style, fucking gorgeous. And your protagonist, as you're combating the enemies, the hits and the strikes and all that go to the beat of music. So the more on beat you hit it at the right cues, the sicker your combos and the sicker the gameplay comes out. The sicker the sequence you're going through. So it looks very interesting. And again, Game Pass. This is a game that I'm not gonna go out there and spend $60 or $70 on, but Game Pass, I'm definitely gonna try it and watch me end up loving this motherfucker. Like it's been the case so many other times. So yeah, they did Hi-Fi Rush, Forza Motorsport, Redfall. They did some Minecraft shit I'm not really interested in, but whatever. And I forgot what the other game was, man. But yeah, they showcased 5 games in depth. Like each presentation for each game was a good, between 5 and 10 minutes going into the development and the different things you can do in the games and all that. No, it wasn't Starfield. I don't remember the other game. Anyways, so yeah, Microsoft is doing their thing. Game Pass is kicking ass, bro. Like I'm just like I'm never at a loss for something to play. The only thing I gotta start paying more attention to is I gotta start paying attention to the fucking the notifications I get from the Xbox app, the Game Pass app, that tell me, hey, such and such games are leaving Game Pass on this date. Because I the other day I had an urge to play a sim management game, like Jurassic World Evolution or specifically I wanted to play Planet Coaster. I love that fucking game. So I'm like, I'm gonna go in there, fuck around, build a theme park, and go on the rides, first person view, enjoy them, fuck around. And I go on there and it's not there. It's always been there and it's not there. So it left Game Pass, and I was just like, fuck, I didn't see the notification. So now I was like, yo, I'm so fiending to play this game, I'm gonna buy it. So I was like, fuck, bro. I went on, found it for $20, and I had enough points. This is why I love Microsoft. I had enough points from getting achievements and playing games on Game Pass that it was enough points to redeem a $10 gift card. So I only paid $10 for Planet Coaster and got the deluxe edition and all that shit, or the console edition, whatever, with all of the ride packs and all that shit. So yeah, man, I only had to pay $10 because I redeemed my Microsoft points for a $10 gift card. And Nintendo has something like that with the little gold coins and shit, but it takes forever for you to get anything on Nintendo. Like to accumulate enough to get a game, get out of here. The most I've ever gotten on Nintendo is like a $5 to $7 discount on a game, and that's after having points accumulate for fucking well over a year. So Sony, I don't know if they have anything like that. You guys who are out there, if any of your Sony users, you can let me know. I really, I'm not sure because I haven't been in the PlayStation ecosystem since 2019. So, and Sony's doing their thing too, man. I mean, they're concentrating a lot now on the TV shows and the film industry. You got The Last of Us that's coming out. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't watched it. I don't want to watch it. I love the game, the original game, but I'm one of those people that like casting is important for me, dude. If you're gonna do a video game adaptation, like that's why I love the Mortal Kombat 2021, the movie, because the casting was on point. Every one of those motherfuckers looked like they were supposed to. Sonya looked like Sonya. Kung Lao looked like Kung Lao. Liu Kang was spot perfect to the fucking chiseled, ripped like fucking body that he had and all that. Sub Zero and Scorpion were awesome. So casting is important. Once I saw they casted the dude from The Mandalore as Joel, and I saw a shot of him of how he looks in The Last of Us, I'm like, it looks nothing like Joel, and Joel's huge, so that's a big character. I'm like, so that's a fuck up. And then I see Ellie, and no disrespect to the actors, the guy from Mandalore, I forget his name, Pascal, or I forget his name. I'm horrible with names, and I don't really follow actors like that. I'm not that kind of, that's not my entertainment. But he does not look like Joel, and the young girl playing Ellie doesn't look like Ellie at all. Like in the face, they don't look anything like their characters. So right there, I'm like, I'm good. But I heard it's really good, and it's being successful for the first 3 episodes. So hey, they're focusing on that. I know they're doing if I'm not mistaken, a God of War series. If I'm not mistaken, is what I heard. So they're on that tip. As far as their games, man, I haven't really paid attention to them as of late. So I can't really tell you anything off the top of my head. I can't think of anything that's come out for them recently that's big. I know God of War, was fucking phenomenal. But other than that, I can't really think of anything. But gaming wise, me man, I've been like I said, bro. I jumped on Mortal Kombat Armageddon. I'm on a Mortal Kombat kick right now. Also, Planet Coaster. I was in that motherfucker for hours, bro. Also, bro, Sea of Thieves is just like I've always called it. It's the game that keeps on giving. I love that fucking game. Every fucking time I boot it up. Unless I keep getting stranded with crewmates who are assholes and just want to sabotage our crew and just make the game unplayable. Unless that's happening, I get on there and I'm on there for 4 to 6 hours every time I play Sea of Thieves. And I play Sea of Thieves a lot. So it's that. I jumped back into Forza Horizons 5 because some new stuff came out for it. I started seeing notifications for different things that were added to the game. And I love that game. I know it's an arcade racer, but the graphics are so fucking realistic, and the driving is realistic enough that it's not sim, but it's fucking pretty good. And so I get lost and I go into cockpit view. I'm there, in first person view right there in the cockpit where you see the interior of the car, and it's so authentic, it's ridiculous. So yeah, gaming wise, that's been pretty much it, man. I'm still on a mission because there's so much shit going on, bro. I also got to focus on my animation so I can get my shit together and get the fuck out of Miami and get to Arizona, which was the goal. But I'm still on a mission to try to get my emulator, RetroArch, to get the PlayStation 1 and Dreamcast working on that. My homeboy Jason, longtime subscriber, really good friend of mine, is going to help me with that one day. He's like, yo, whatever you want. It's just like I gotta have the time to sit down and maybe hopefully he's available at that time and we can link up. But it'll get done because I want to play fucking Dino Crisis bad, bad. And so many Dreamcast games. Echo the Dolphin, Earth, Defender, Earth's Future on fucking Dreamcast. But yeah, man. So yeah, there's a lot going on, man. As far as me, man, it's just been the same old thing, man. After the holidays and the cruise and the COVID scare and all that shit, or non-scare. And my birthday yesterday, finally able to sit down and make a video, get with y'all and talk. Excuse me. Now, with the pandemic being, let's be fucking honest, with the pandemic being history a long fucking time ago, but everybody, together starting to accept that. The chip shortage, subsiding now. PlayStation 5s are coming more into stock. They're easier to find. Still not, don't get it twisted. It's not like, I could just walk anywhere and just find one. But you have more of a chance of doing that if you visit a couple different stores. You probably run into one. Whereas before that was like a unicorn. You weren't gonna fucking find it. Series X as well. Now Series X and PlayStation 5 readily available for the most part. Um, so that's good, man. Last time I checked, man, I want to say PS5 was at 30 point something million, something like that, 32 million por ahí, And I think oh shit, I almost dropped my vape. And I think Xbox Series X was at around 24, 25. So a lot closer than, fucking Xbox One and PS4. So they're both doing really good. They're both healthy, and the competition is great for the industry. So, this is what it's about. I like when they're both thriving. I may not like PlayStation, which I don't, and I'm not a PlayStation fan, but there's millions out there that do. So I want them to have stuff to play, and I want them to have a good system, and I want my Xbox to be good. I want them both thriving because that means the industry is thriving. So it's looking great, man. I think if I'm not mistaken, unfortunately, and this is why Xbox gets a big win here. The existence of Game Pass is just it's just a godsend because I think, if I'm not mistaken, that they finally caved and are starting to take their first party games to the $70 price tag like Sony did earlier, last year. I'm pretty sure I read that. I'm not. Don't quote me like 100%, but I'm pretty positive I read that a couple of weeks ago, which I was just like, well, that sucks, but doesn't matter to me because I have Game Pass. So everything they come out with is going to be on Game Pass day one, and if it's a Microsoft exclusive, it ain't leaving Game Pass. So, or Microsoft Studios, Xbox Studios game. So yeah, man. What else? What else, man? Is there to touch on? Like I said, I told you guys what the next video is going to be: Mortal Kombat Armageddon in-depth review, with footage, capture footage of all the different aspects of the game. Told y'all, what I'm into lately, gaming wise. Also, off topic, more film related than game related. I don't know if any of y'all saw that Scream 6 trailer. Shit it looks good, man. Bro, I love horror and I love the Scream franchise. So this is just yes. And I just read yesterday, as a matter of fact, that Scream 6 is going to be it's the goriest one they've ever done. So this is going to be violent, much more so than any of the other Screams, which is saying something because Scream is, come on, Scream is Scream. But also, it's the longest one. It's 2 hours and 11 minutes. If I'm no 2 hours and 3 minutes length. So that's awesome. A lot of fucking speculation, bro. Who's Ghostface this time, bro? A lot of people, if you know about Scream, a lot of people want Stu back. We never did see his body. We saw a TV fall on him. That was it. So I'm like, yo, bring Stu back, bro. Let's go, man. Let's do it, man. This is the modern day horror franchise, bro. Straight up, as far as slashers go. I'm not one of those that likes that elevated horror shit. Yeah, I could vibe with it. I could watch it and enjoy it. But where my heart is at is the slashers, dog. Give me the Freddys. Give me the Jasons. Friday the 13th is the original creator is rebooting it, so that's awesome. There's a lot of talk about them constantly trying to get a script together for a Nightmare on Elm Street, either reboot or relaunch or something like that. So horror slashers for me is where it's at, bro. People shitted all over Halloween Ends because of the whole. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it and that wants to see it, but there's a whole dynamic with this character Corey, I think his name is, and Michael Myers, and the way they kind of show off or treat Michael Myers in this movie. Some fans were kind of disappointed in it. I still love the movie, but it wasn't the best out of the three. Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. It wasn't the best. It's probably the weakest one, which is kind of sad for being the finale. But they do some brazen big balls shit in this movie that I'm just like, for that alone, bro, I gotta applaud you. So, but like I said, off topic, but the slash is worse after me. Everything else, man, really, I'm just gaming, bro. Enjoying gaming, enjoying, being fortunate, blessed enough to be able to even be in this hobby because it's an expensive hobby. And enjoy my myriad of consoles. Like I said, Saturday night I got home, I had a tremendous itch to play Shaolin Monks. Yeah, I couldn't because I was missing a cable for some reason. But I got a friend at work. He's like, yo, I got an extra one. I'll bring it to you. or I can just go on Amazon and order one. You know, I have all these consoles and all these games that I can constantly go back to. And look, when that didn't work, and I was like, ah, fuck, I'm missing a cable. All right, let's get Armageddon. Pop that shit in the Wii U. Boom, get the Wiimote and the classic controller, sit there, boom, and I can play Armageddon. Like, so I can, like, I'm just enjoying the fact that I have all these options, and I'm never really without something to play. Uh, it's a beautiful feeling, man. It's a beautiful. Sometimes it's a problem in the sense of like I got so much to play, I don't know what to play, and I'll sit there for like 30 minutes just looking at all the games. Like I don't fucking know what I want to play. That's a beautiful fucking problem to have, man. So you ain't gonna ever catch me complaining about that. So yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty much it for this video, man. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys will forgive me for being gone for that as longer than I said I was gonna be. Just know, man, that as long as I'm able to, I'm gonna be making content, man, and try to make it consistently and give you guys something to to listen to watch, whatever, man. I mean, there's a boatload of YouTubers that get me through my day at work. I just listen and watch their content while I'm working my mundane ass fucking job. But you know what I'm saying. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Like I said, the Mortal Kombat Armageddon review is coming. That one, I'm gonna be honest and realistic with you guys. I'm probably okay for sure. It's not gonna be this weekend. Maybe I'll start capturing footage this weekend or next week throughout the week. But it'll be something that gets most likely released and uploaded to YouTube. Not this coming weekend, but the next. Because this coming weekend, my sons are coming down to visit me from Delaware. So they'll be here with me, kind of celebrating my birthday with me, watching the Super Bowl and all that. So that's most important to me. So I'll be focused on that. But once they leave Tuesday of the following week. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'll be up recording footage and all that, and putting the video together. Hopefully Sunday to Sunday night, I can get that posted on YouTube, the very latest Monday. So that's just something for you guys to look forward to. That's not to say that I won't make another video sometime this week. It just depends on what's going on, what's happening in the video game world, or if I just get the itch that I'm like, yo, let me holler at my peoples, man. So, what I'm saying? Like, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys are looking forward to the upcoming content. God bless y'all, man. Stay gaming. And yeah, man, I'll see you when I see you. Peace.